Welcome to the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel. Good morning, good midday, good evening to you. It is October the 15th, Tuesday, and let's get into today's daily fresh tarot card read, astrological forecast, and whatever the angels and spirit guides have to say to us today. So, the title is the fork in the road. Is the fork in the road or a spoon? Now, what does the divine have to say to us about that? Drum roll, please. Doom, 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 doom. Now, we have the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords, and we have the Hangman as our clarifier. Now, with the Three of Swords here, there are some unanswered questions to a relationship, relationships, or even with a friend, and this can be related to business as well, that has you in limbo, okay? And the person or persons has withered away, and your emotions are split. They're split, and the question is asked, is this for me or is it not for me? Okay, now with the Hangman as our clarifier, the Hangman is sharing with us today is that you're going to need to determine within your heart, meaning that your heart chakra and thinking with your emotions and logically and weighing out the pros and cons of whether or not if this is good for you or if it's not good for you. And sometimes when we are mulling over things and we have to think through what is best, and when we come to a fork in the road, and is it really a fork in the road or is it a spoon? Sometimes it's just oval shape and you just trying to navigate with the spoon of shoveling and putting it in, or a fork has the sprongs going there with different things of choices. So that's something you want to think about, because when you're making decisions about others that's involved with our lives, you have to go from within and not just a quick judgment or a quick cutoff, and making sure that it is the proper thing for you at this time. All right. So this is something you want to think over, mull over. Don't be quick, because keep in mind that the decisions that you make will follow you for months and years to come. So we have to think strategically and with our full mind and emotions and logically. And so sometimes there's not quick decisions. It could take time to see through things and see how things will play out. All right. So that is the fork in the road or a spoon. And we've got those little prongs going here into our heart, as you see, Three of Swords like a fork. And also we have this oval shape from our heart that's giving us that spoon feeling as well. All right. And the Hangman is like, hang loose. See what's coming on. Hang loose, hang loose. If you're familiar with the hang loose sign, that's from Hawaii. If you go to Hawaii, that's one of the key symbolisms there in Hawaii and Waikiki is hang loose, So let's move on to our astrological forecast for today, this October the 15th. Now today the moon is opposite to Venus. So early in the morning, you're bringing in awareness to this deep intensity within our most important intimate relationships. Now that could be with a loved one, with a friend, with those that you care about. And it can also bring in some intense feelings of those that has moved on, meaning that's transition, because we are moving into an element of feeling that energy of those that are watching over us or a part of us spiritually, that we can feel that intensity in our emotions, because the portals are starting to open up during this season of the equinox, harvest equinox coming in. And so we can feel our loved ones even more. We can hear from them. And so this will bring in some intensity. All right. So especially if yesterday the transit of the moon and Uranus inspire you to make a change. So this is tying into this fork in the road, or is it a spoon, with dealing with relationships. Later in this evening, Mercury is in Scorpio. So who demands which Scorpio with Mercury being the king planet of Scorpio, which we're in Scorpio season, this will demand a deep, intense communication, and it's going to make a trine aspect to Neptune in Pisces. So we are interested in taking a deeper look or digging deep into the spiritual meaning behind those we are in contact with. So we're going to have more of a spiritual deepness. I think also another wonderful way this can play out is through writing creative writings, dreaming, and allowing music to flow. So if that creative side of you, taking time alone and hearing music and writing and dreaming will allow you to work within this spiritual meaning that will be behind those that we're contacting, because the information is going to be more in depth. It's going to be more spiritual conversations, because this is what's going on and making a trine with Neptune and Pisces and Mercury and Scorpio. So the planets do play a big part in our emotions and how we deal with others. All right. And also with us being conscious of the full moon still is a strong energy right now that's playing a part in our emotions. So be accountable for yourself and your dialogue with others, within your workplace and with relationships. That doesn't mean give up on the work. When you're not seeing things come to pass immediately, that doesn't mean that is not going to happen. So if you have planted intentions and seeds with the full moon and the new moon and all the 6 months and a year worth of work that you're planning, seed time, harvest time, moving into another topic as the divine and angels are guiding. Don't always look at what you see. Just trust the things that you're doing and that it will work for you. You have to trust that you're planting. All right. Even when you can't see, you have to move by your trust and your faith and knowing that those seeds have been planted, that you've been doing the work, and to stay in what form of thought? In expectancy. You have to stay in the spirit of expectation. Now, if you haven't been planting any seeds with the full moon and new moons and over this past year with us, the time is now to go on and plant the seeds. Doing the altar work, doing your meditation, also to joining us with our candle altar community services. These things is to make us work with our vibrations and coming together as a team and in unity. It's not about, some people are apprehensive about purchasing things, but they'll go purchase something off the whim, or not thinking, or just overspending, but not investing in vibrational things that will change their life now and in the future. So altar community service that we're doing in this channel is vibrational and is planting seeds into your life and into the life of others that you serve. So when you're diving deep and doing altar work with us and doing altar work with yourself, this is planting seeds. This is trusting things in yourself and in the angels and spirit guides. Because when you do that, you are developing a relationship with your higher self and with the universe, with God, the spirit. With your developing relationships with spirit, with the angels, the universe, the divine, the source, and the creator. But if you're not doing any kind of work, how can you trust your ability along with the universe even trusting in you? It's just like you going into a relationship and you just jumping in a relationship and trusting their words, but you haven't developed or invested any time with the individual, with the job, or in your business to even know if this is for you. So you have to develop this aspect of your spiritual self. It's working a muscle. It's working a muscle on an ongoing basis and trusting in your abilities and having faith and combining your energy with others so that you're not alone, but you're in unity. And that is something that is not popular today, is to be in unity. It is not. But this is why people are coming to YouTube and seeking out those in the spiritual realm so they can have that connection of realness and communication with doing intuitive readings, doing conjure work, getting spiritual counseling, knowing their journey and their higher self so they cannot still be working in stagnation, but moving things out the way and blockages so that we can be successful in our everyday life. So click that wiggly bell down below, ding dong ding, to make sure you're getting the daily fresh tarot card reading that will change your life on a daily basis, getting intuitive readings in love, court cases, relationships, and so much more that would change your life. Money, jobs, stop hitting brick walls all the time and not getting results, feeling like you're always stuck. You need to get in intuitive readings and find out why, and get a diagnostic reading. Also, too, doing conjure work, trusting in working with the deities and working with God and the spirit and the angels of shifting things in the universe. Some of your things that have been promised to you are so deeply buried in the earth that it takes time to retrieve those things, because people have known your visions, or they can see things about you, and they've taken those things and thrown them far away into the hemisphere so that you can't reach them. So this is why we do conjure work and work with the angels and all of these type of things, and also to get spiritual counseling so that you can be better. We should be moving into higher elements and upgrading ourselves on a spiritual plane on an ongoing basis. Okay. Also, don't forget that we offer conjure work. We offer metaphysical supplies. Go to our website at https:// at eclipticspiritualist7.com. You will go to our website there, and Moonchild Apothecary, where we offer beautiful spiritual bath salts and different things. So many different products that we offer that are spiritually bound and infused with the moon, and so much vibration and altar work being done so that it would change your life, and that you connected with spirit and doing initiations to know that you trusted in yourself and bringing yourself into a higher element. All right, because you are a spiritual being living in a human experience. All right. Don't forget to go to the blog at eclipticspiritualist7 at blogspot.com. The astrological forecast is there. And I love you for watching today. Don't forget to dig deep and trust in yourself always first. Always put yourself first. Namaste. Have a great Tuesday and make it productive. Bye-bye.